To a lot of us, it's really quite an achievement to be thought of as a real Celtic.
What it means to be a Boston Celtic is there's a lot of tradition. There's a championship winning drive that we had.
Keep it, Havlicek steals it over the side goal. Havlicek stole the ball.
It means teamwork, it means pride, but most of all, I think it means leadership.
The outside now to Sam Johnson is good.
These are the things that create the Celtic mystique that everybody talks about. What capped it for the Celtics is 11 championships in 13 years.
It's all over. The Boston Celtics are once again the world champions.
Look up and see all of those banners that are hanging up in the rafters, that they would also like to include their name, but they know what they must go through to be a part of that honor.
You have to be on a team that plays together. You have to have what they call Celtic pride, which is something that Russell and Havlicek and Kuzi and Casey Jones brought to Boston, and you have to win a championship.
Larry Bird on a steal. Anderson back to Bird.
Celtic green is the unique green. It's a long history, a tradition of excellence, of great players. It means so much, and I think everybody knows the tradition of the Boston Celtics.
Because when you hear Celtic pride, you know, it's for the sacrifice of everybody, that you give yourself up. One man can be all he can be until the next man is all he can be. I've embraced the history and the culture and what it is to be a Celtic.
The sacrifice, the hustle, the teamwork, the heart, the soul, determination. That's what Celtic pride is.
Station, next stop, North Station.
As the NBA's most storied franchise, the Boston Celtics have set the standard for basketball excellence. Their championship banners are testament to a dynasty that spanned 4 different decades, and their tradition of Celtic pride was passed from one group of legends to the next. But after winning their 16th NBA crown in 1986, Boston's run of glory drew to a close. The stars known as the Big Three would retire, and the Celtics who followed them paled in comparison to their legendary predecessors.
Larry Bird's not walking through that door, fans. Kevin McHale's not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door.
After 2 decades without a title, the Celtics would endure their most painful loss just days before the 2007 season.
A giant in the world of sports has died.
Celtics legend Red Auerbach died Saturday at 89. Quite simply, Red Auerbach was the Boston Celtics, their unquestioned leader when they were among the most successful franchises in all of sports.
The patriarch of the Celtics since 1950, Red had a hand in all 16 championships.
I think it was difficult on the city of Boston and all the people that, you know, had grown to love Red. And Red was kind of a figurehead of Celtic tradition and Celtic lore. I was a player that was drafted by Red, and Red had a great deal of influence on me coming back to the Celtics. And he was so important to our fans and to the tradition of the Celtics. And so that was a big blow to lose Red.
And his death seemed to cast a cloud over their season, as Boston stumbled to one of their worst records ever.
And the Celtic losing streak continues.
Everything that could have gone wrong in 06-07 certainly went wrong. They were coming off a 24-58 season, highlighted by an 18-game losing streak. There was a negativity totally surrounding the entire franchise. Things were as low as they'd ever been.
But that low point would also become a turning point, as GM Danny Ainge turned frustration to hope.
Yeah, this proposed trade has been agreed to and will occur. Seattle will send Ray Allen to Boston for the number 5 pick.
This is a blockbuster trade. It's been talked about for years. KG no longer a Wolf. He's going to the Boston Celtics.
2 trades brought a perennial all-star in Ray Allen and a former league MVP in Kevin Garnett. They would join together with the cornerstone of the franchise, Paul Pierce, to give the Celtics a new version of the Big Three.
On this trade, I love it. I just think it gives us a chance. It gives us hope. That's what we want. You know, from low expectations to high expectations, that's what we want. That's exactly what we want.
Finally, you can start to see a buzz, a little bit of a spirit. Instead of hoping for something, now you got something. Now you got something right there.
This city just got uplifted.
It's like a new breath.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. Why?
They're awesome.
KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, that's all you need. Championship is coming.
The expectations, once those two guys came in, were enormous, and we've all of a sudden become a team to beat in the East. I think they were excited about that. I mean, the enthusiasm that those guys had coming together, and Doc got them together too, and Doc, shared the same things, and Doc said, okay, if we win, that's great, but if we don't win, we have no excuses. It's on the head coach and the 3-star players to find a way to be successful.
These stars had aligned at just the right time. The Celtics were holding training camp in Italy, where the team would have a chance to gel.
Right now, we just landed in Rome. Getting ready to start off training camp. Long road for this journey we're about to begin right here in Rome, baby.
It was perfect. It couldn't have happened at a better time for us to go over to Europe, because that's a time to bond. When you travel abroad, you're in a foreign country, you're with your team, and at the same time, you're eating, sleeping, talking basketball, hanging out, relaxing.
It's only right that we go to the Coliseum with Gladiator. It's only right.
It's nice.
I like.
Nice.
Hey! Hoorah! Hey! Hoorah! Hoorah! Yeah, we right there. Here go my crew. Here go my crew. How many y'all bring?
This is what we're playing for. We're doing best out of 5. First team to 20 wins, okay? The winner, dinner's on me. Go! Nice. Good action. Good action. Come on, Wayne!
Now you had practice in 2 days, and the grind was coming in, but at the same time, we had a new team.
Oh! 20!
And you could see the bonding, and you could see almost all of us coming together.
Nice jam.
This one, I like this one. You feel like you got a little bounce on you.
To get Kevin and Ray and Pose and Eddie and these new guys, it was like a breath of fresh air. And I think a lot of the guys are anxious to get started.
It's a lot of fun.
You one of the best shooters in the world. You don't need no adjustments.
You're right about that.
You ain't gonna argue with me on that one.
Trying to blend his new ingredients into a unified team, head coach Doc Rivers would find their word to live by.
Once we got the Big Three, I was in search of something that I thought could bond us as a group. And we brought in a guy named Kita from South Africa. And the first thing he said is, guys, right now everything is great for your basketball team. But there's gonna come a moment where you're gonna face unreal adversity. And that's when the word Ubuntu and playing together will come through for you. And this word captured me right away. A person is a person through other people. I can't be all I can be unless you are all you can be. It's a way of life. It's not just a word. You live Ubuntu.
Hey, let me get on your back.
Hey, I'm gonna get on your back many nights this year. Many nights.
And ditto.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times when you hear Celtic pride, it's very similar to Ubuntu. It's for the sacrifice of everybody, and Ubuntu is the symbol of togetherness.
Ubuntu, we do everything together.
We all gotta go. Let's all go.
Ubuntu. Y'all go to dinner, I'll pay for all y'all.
Hey, this will be the start of something real special, y'all. Look, we stay together. Only people who can beat us is ourselves, right here. Right. What we go throughout the game, we stay together, all right?
We're all brothers, fellas. Everybody together.
It's a journey right
no matter
here,
what.
Well, let's get it done today, fella. Let's get it done.
We know how we do it. Let's go.
Celtic! Hoorah! Celtic! Hoorah! Celtic! Hoorah! 1, 2, 3, Ubuntu! Let's go.
From From the start of the season, it was clear that these Celtics were a true team, and they were instantly transformed into a winning one, thanks to the Big Three. Taking the league by storm, Boston went undefeated through its first 8 games.
Big-time basketball. This is a team that is playing unselfish basketball.
The end of the first overtime, tied at 95. Pierce looking, gets it in. Ray Allen for the game, knocks it down.
It was crazy because, you know, we came out, you know, people was talking like, they don't know how we gonna gel together, they don't know our chemistry, but we came out and we played the game like we've been playing with each other for a long time.
Garnett, how about that?
That's what we wanted. What a great play.
We were rolling. We came out, it looked like we were gonna go undefeated in November, but we were playing real good basketball.
Ray Allen, one of the great shooters in the NBA. Allen for 3. To the
Basketball is back in Boston, wouldn't you say? The record, the talent, the atmosphere. The Celtics have the best record in the NBA at 20-2, tied for the best start in franchise history.
We were able to come out of the gate the way we did because of how hungry we were and excited to be together. It was like new energy.
Pass deflected by Eddie House, picked off by Pierce. Ray Allen for the game. Got it at the buzzer.
But the strength of the team went beyond its 3 stars. In just his second season, Rajon Rondo took his role as starting point guard and ran with it.
That's what I'm talking about. This is sensational.
Young Kendrick Perkins had established himself as the starting center, giving Boston its anchor in the paint.
Garnett swinging over to Pierce. Underneath, extra pass, Perkins. Wow. Nice play by Perkins.
Veteran journeyman Eddie House would find a home in Boston, providing energy and offense off the bench.
Kick out. House. 3. Got it. Max, what can't you do? Can't lead the house.
The Celtics also added swingman James Posey, who brought championship experience and tenacious defense.
Oh, and a great knock away by Posey. That seals it for the Boston Celtics.
And second-year forward Leon Powe would burst into a more prominent role.
Numbers for Boston. Powe, yes! Leon Powe, and Boston wins it. They love Leon. Everybody on this team loves Leon.
But Boston's mainstay was still Paul Pierce, who helped carry the Celtics as he always had for the past decade.
Ahead to Pierce, 3-on-3 into Danny. What a difficult shot! A terrific play by Paul Pierce.
Paul's a great player, and not only is he extremely talented and versatile, he loves to play the game.
He has totally changed his game, and he has become the ultimate all-around player.
Paul Pierce is Mr. Celtic. When it comes to consistency and just winning games night in and night out for us, Paul's that guy.
But more than anything, Boston's success was built on a foundation of defense. And Defensive Player of the Year Kevin Garnett was the driving force.
Kevin has, you know, the holy trinity of defense, which is he has the ability to play defense. 6'11", long, athletic. He has the will and determination, and he also has the intelligence. He plays hard, and he brings 100% focus every day.
It starts with KG, because if you're ever at a shoot-around or a walkthrough, he's not going to let anybody wander off or anything. He's, hey, you're supposed to be over here. You got to be here. So he's the traffic cop. Defense builds camaraderie, makes teams, I think, feel as one.
Throughout the season, Kevin's fierce intensity would never waver.